just resting up, boy? Hey, what's happening everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon GO video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. Alright, today we're going to be talking about an in-game event coming to Pokemon GO, and I'm actually joined by my boy here, Freddy. He's just resting up a little bit. He's very tired right now. Yeah, it's been an interesting time in my life, mainly because Freddy here, he's definitely of age. He's possibly passing away soon, so I kind of wanted to bring him on camera to share him with all of you. He's such a sweet, nice boy, and yeah, he's definitely brought me a lot of joy, but I want to make sure he rests well, so that's kind of where we're at. Today we're going to be talking about something I'm actually really excited about. It's going to be an in-game event within Pokemon GO. Ironically enough, it's going to be themed around dog Pokemon. It's going to be the debut of a Pokemon named Fidough, which is a Pokemon that a lot of players actually really like. And I think the way that they're going about this event is actually quite interesting. It's something that I actually really enjoy in Pokemon GO. So yeah, it's going to be a very different kind of event. There's definitely going to be a few question marks. I think there are some players who are very concerned about this event, and I'll talk about that later on in this video. But first, let's talk about all the details for this Fidough event. The Fidough Fetch event is going to start on January 3rd at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's going to go until January 7th at 10 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The featured Pokemon is going to be Fidough and Dachsbun, and both of these Pokemon are going to be available so long as we complete some global challenges. We'll get more into that later, but next let's talk about everything that we're going to be able to get from this event. First and foremost, there's going to be one event bonus, which is going to be an increased chance to encounter Shiny Voltorb and Shiny Electrite, but we're going to unlock more bonuses when we complete those global challenges. The Pokemon that's set to debut during this event is going to be Fidough, and if you evolve it with 50 Fidough candy, you're going to be able to get Dachsbun. We're also going to be seeing the following Pokemon as wild encounters. They include Growlithe, Voltorb, Snubbull, Poochyena, Electrite, and Lillipup. Yeah, it's basically a dog-themed event, and I'm all for it. Now, here are those global challenges that I talked about. It's going to be all about making as many nice curveball throws as you possibly can, and if we are able to get a certain amount, then we're going to be unlocking different bonuses. The level 1 reward is a double experience bonus when we catch Pokemon, and the level 2 reward will be 2 times the amount of Stardust that we can get when we catch Pokemon, and there's going to be additional field research tasks related to this event. And then if we unlock the level 3 rewards, then we're going to get 2.5 times the amount of experience whenever we catch Pokemon, and there's going to be additional field research tasks. Also, there's going to be additional spawns that will start spawning depending on our level. This includes Hisuian Growlithe and also Greavard. Now, if we hit level 4 of the global challenge, we're going to get 2.5 times the amount of Stardust whenever we catch Pokemon. And then if we hit level 5, we're going to get 3 times the amount of experience and 3 times the amount of Stardust whenever we catch Pokemon. And then finally, once we reach level 6, then we're going to get 4 times the amount of experience and 4 times the amount of Stardust. That is absolutely insane. Now, according to the Pokemon GO blog over at PokemonGoLive.com, it looks like we're going to be able to unlock Fidough and Dachsbun once we reach level 2. So that is the level that we need to hit if we want to get this brand new Pokemon. But they did not indicate how we're going to be getting Fidough, and that's going to be something that a lot of players will speculate on, and hopefully they do it in a very non-egregious way. So yeah, this event is not necessarily groundbreaking by any means. There's not going to be any kind of super rare Pokemon or Pokemon that are going to be meta relevant, but it's going to be all about the debut of this new Pokemon Fidough. And I think this is where a lot of people are having concerns, because one of the things that Niantic has been doing with their in-game events as of late is locking new Pokemon behind paid content, more specifically with egg hatching and raid battles, and there is definitely a strong possibility that once we unlock Fidough, it's going to be something we will only be able to get from hatching eggs. And I really am concerned that this is the way that Niantic is going to go, because when it comes to this one Pokemon, I think a lot of players would like to get it. And if they're going to be required to hatch, let's say, 7-kilometer eggs in order to get it, then I'm actually concerned that's going to create a lot of negative sentiments. But I want to give Niantic the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're going to have it as a wild spawn. Certainly there's going to be a lot of dog Pokemon spawning everywhere. And I really do think it would be really nice if after a certain point, if we were to complete these global challenges, that we'll start to see Fidough in the wild, and that's going to create just a new kind of buzz. But yeah, there is that possibility that it will be a 7-kilometer egg hatch. I think there's a lot of players who are suspecting that based on how Niantic did this announcement. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I really hope it doesn't end up being that way, but I'm pretty sure it will end up being that way because this is Niantic we're talking about. They've been going about this game in a very weird direction, and it just goes to show that for a lot of the things that they've been doing, it just doesn't seem right for Pokemon Go. I mean, back in the days, like whenever they introduced a brand new Pokemon, it wouldn't be something we would have to hatch for. It would be something that would be added to the egg pool or added to the raid pool later on down the road, usually right after the event ends. So for any player who did not get themselves a really good one, or they were taking a break from the game and they couldn't get it during the event, then they could at least hatch for it afterwards. I feel like this is something that they should go back to, but yeah, maybe that is what they're going to do with Fidough. I really do not know, but we'll have to wait and see how they end up doing everything. So yeah, I'm still really excited about this one. I think Fidough is such a cool looking Pokemon. It's definitely a fan favorite. It's yet another dog Pokemon for us to get. I think the only other dog Pokemon that I'm super excited about is going to be Yamper. I think that's going to be a really fun one. But at the very least, we're going to be getting Fidough in the game really soon, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. But in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts regarding this event down below. Are you suspecting that Fidough is going to be locked behind paid content, or do you feel like Niantic is going to throw us a bone, no pun intended, and actually have Fidough as a wild spawn? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And also don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the absolute best way to do so is by joining my Patreon. If you become a paid Patreon member, you will get a permanent spot on my in-game Pokemon Go friends list. So that means for stuff like remote raids in the friendship system. If you want to play Pokemon Go with me, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. And I will always prioritize my patrons when it comes to remote raid invites, so do keep that in mind. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you can do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms that you see on screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow, and you'll have access to some exclusive content. That's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later. Say goodbye, Freddy. There you go. He's so tired right now. Say goodbye. Do you want to just sleep? He's just gonna sleep. I'm just gonna let him rest. 진솔아와 함께해 Pokémon GO 다 같이 와